It made me realize that I'm sure I'm not the only one in this situation. We are all weird in some kind of way, and this weirdness is so fine. What's up, people? Welcome back to a new video on my channel. So I wanted to talk about a topic that is dear to my mind. It's about introversion and extroversion. When you take introverts are people who need to have some alone time to recharge, being in calm environments, no real stimulation. Could be reading, it's mainly reading, or I don't know if listening to music counts basically, but being some time, alone to recharge. While extroverts, the exact opposite. So you need to have people around you to recharge basically, and you are drained when you are alone in calm and quiet environments. So we usually put people in cases. What I mean by that is you are either introverts or extroverts. And it's a weird place when you are somewhere in between because the world isn't black and white, it's always a different shade of gray. So, knowing that, I had this trouble because I'm a part of a group that's called social introverts. So, what is a social introvert? A social introvert is someone basically who has characteristics of both types and usually is struggling with some issues this with both of these sides basically. So if I'm gonna take myself as an example because I'm a social introvert. So what does it mean for me? So I'm gonna give you an example. Last week I went to Lyon, great city in France by the way, to visit one of my best friends and to see the city, visit it because it was the first time I went there and I had a marvelous time. And I'm gonna say that what made it great is that I spent the entire Saturday afternoon with my friend. We went out in a bar afterwards. I slept 2 hours between Saturday and Sunday, and yeah, it was tiring, but it was very fun. I had this, going to a bar, meeting new people. Having fun and then going home, it was very very nice, and uh, it met my needs of social interaction and that need of having social interactions. But what made it even better is that I arrived on Friday, so Friday afternoon, and I started to visit it by myself. No music, no external stimulation, just, myself being there, present, and just walking, discovering a new city. And I loved it. And weirdly, I felt so energized by doing that. It was crazy. And that's the kind of time I was struggling to allow myself to have in the past, because usually when you say no to social interactions, you feel guilt. At least that's I talked to someone also who is a social introvert, uh, and yeah, it was the same. You feel that sort of guilt. People are asking you, to go to parties, barbecues, or just hang out, chill, and sometimes you just don't want to, and that's totally fine. And I realized this weekend that I really needed some time on my own, and having this, I'm gonna say, yeah, these few hours in a row, working in a new city, discovering a new setup, being energized by this city because I kind of, like to feel the energy from outwards, and I feel it very strongly. So I think that's the video topic I will use in the future. I don't know when, but that's something I want to talk about as well. Um, and feeling this different energy, discovering the city, having the curiosity of mind, being mind blown by how beautiful the place was. I think I got some pictures, so I'm gonna put it, maybe here, in the editing, or here, or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I really enjoyed my stay, and as I said, what makes it even better is that I managed to find a balance between being on my own and being with my friend and enjoying my time with him. And it made me realize that I'm sure I'm not the only one in this situation. Uh, I've looked at it because it was something I was kind of aware of, but I wasn't sure to what extent. And yeah, I realized that having this time alone and finding the balance between social life and alone time is difficult, but it's worth it because it's my way of taking care of myself. I want to say that sometimes I feel energized when I'm at parties, and sometimes I don't. That's that's what's funny. I remember one time I was like, in a way, I wanted to interact with people, talk to a lot of people in a bar, and at the end of the night, I was just like, come. I was home at like 5 a.m. or something like that, or 4 or 5, and I couldn't sleep. I was too excited. I had a great time, and I didn't want it to sleep. I didn't want to sleep at the time, yeah. So there is that, and then there is, this weekend where I felt truly energized and, recharging my batteries after a good night of sleep, walking around Lyon, doing everything by walking, etc., etc., not taking the subway or the bus or whatever. Uh, yeah, I feel energized. I felt this new energy and this calm and quietness coming within me, and recharging for spending a great week of creativity, work, etc., etc. And it made me wonder what's the right balance when you're a social introvert between having this alone time and this social time. So I'm still trying to figure it out. Right now, what I'm testing is seeing some friends at least once a week. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna push it away more, maybe twice a month, so every 2 weeks. But that's something I'm trying to figure out still. And I encourage you, if you are part of wherever you are on the spectrum, if you can comment down below uh, where you are at, if you think you're an introvert, an extrovert, how you recharge, how things are going for you. I would love to know in the comments, and how you're dealing with being an introvert, being an extrovert. And yeah, I'm sure there are some great ideas on either side, and for me, I need to find some more elements to find the right balance for me, because I'm still looking for new stuff to try, new stuff to basically experience, to grow and find what's the best for me. And because I don't have it yet, and that's fine, that's totally fine. So what I wanted to share by telling you all of these guys is that we are all weird in some kind of way, and this weirdness is so fine. I consider, as a social introvert, I consider myself weird sometimes because, yeah, I have that need to meet people, talk to people, enjoying my time with them, and yeah, just I mean, it's fun to discover new people, listen to them, watching, because yeah, that's something also. Uh, what I like the most at parties, so my favorite parties are usually when I'm with some friends, small group of friends, and we are in a house or flats, and we just talk, we drink a bit, we play games, etc., etc. Those are my best nights, like legitly. I love them so much. And but I also like sometimes, to go to bars, meet new people, uh, nightclubs also sometimes. But I'm less of a fan because I'm not a huge dancer. I don't really like to dance. I do it sometimes, but man, meh, meh. What I like the most, in big places is weirdly to, look at people, observe their interactions, etc., etc. How things are going, what are they all doing, etc., etc. That's something like, finding the interaction. And what I find the most interesting sometimes is, you look at two groups of different people and you see how they interact when they meet, and it's so so fucking funny for me. I love to watch it, how is their interactions, etc., etc. How are their interactions, etc., etc. And yeah, that's a part that's sometimes kind of weird to explain to people, but yeah, I'm fine with that, and that's who I am. So I don't care basically what others thinks about it. So yeah, I'm alright with that. um, Anyway, so about social introversion, I hope you like this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, put a comment just below this video, to talk maybe about your how you feel you are on the spectrum, and what could you do if you sometimes you I don't know, you want to spend more time alone but you feel you're drained or stuff like this. Let's build this community, to talk about stuff like that and exchange and keep growing all together. I'm growing. I want you to grow as well if you want to, if you aspire to change and evolve and basically, as other YouTubers say, seek discomfort and go outside your comfort zone. uh, I want to build a support community around that, and I hope, guys, you will be a part of it as soon as possible. I want to thank you for listening. Take care of yourself and see you later. Bye bye.